Hey guys, I'm Megan.
And I'm Stephanie. And we are
Barnbesties
with
farm fresh advice
for you. So we are here to impart the knowledge that we have learned over the years of building and running barns so that you guys don't have to have the problems and the misery and the mistakes that we made. Hope you enjoy our videos. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, right?
Right, and we hope to save you time and money on your new adventures.
Absolutely.
Hi guys, it's Megan.
And Stephanie.
How are you?
We're here today at Megan's farm with her fancy UTV, her Kubota. I think it needs some fuel. I think it's hungry.
It's low, so
I heard the stomach growl on it. It was hungry. It needs fed.
And it's really nice because it's just like your car. It gives a little warning light. So why do you think it gives a warning light?
Yours does. Mine doesn't.
Oh
no, mine's super sneaky.
Oh,
and if you can be in trouble if you're not checking it. So.
But why would we be in trouble if we ran it out of diesel?
Diesels are terrible if you run them out of.
You gotta bleed.
You gotta bleed the line. You gotta crack them open. That's a big one to know.
I have actually never done that because I've heard the horror stories.
It's awful.
And I've had people come close where I jump in it and I freak out. So we just wanted to make a video. Are you
my goodness?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously this is our fuel. It says fuel, no smoking. You ready? So
I'm ready.
Got her can of diesel.
I also have gloves on because I get diesel typically all over me and I hate smelling like diesel.
It's a fine smell.
The rest of the day.
Yep.
The other thing that's important with this can, you'll see when it was sold, it looks like this, but we actually drilled a hole in it.
Yes.
Why do you think we did that?
You know what you do? So I did the same thing. What I took was a lag bolt and your little screwdriver, and you put a lag bolt in here, and then when you go to fill it, you take the lag bolt out and let the air come out, and then you put the lag bolt in, which keeps it from evaporating.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's smart. We did not do that.
Smart.
We have little holes, and then
so you can use those little holes and put the lag, just drill them a little bigger with the lag bolt.
We should do that because it also leaks when you go grab diesel from the gas.
When you fill up the fueling station
and you drive home.
Yeah. So wherever, and we put the little lag bolt kind of right at the curve here.
Yeah.
So because then as you're tipping like Megan's doing, that's going to be your high point where the air is fizzing out.
Otherwise, it takes half a day to unload it.
You're going to probably need to put more than one can in.
No, we'll just put one can in today.
One can? Okay.
Yeah.
But and especially you guys, if you've got diesel farm equipment, it's really important in winter. Don't let them get below half a tank.
Since we're coming into winter, shouldn't we talk about, I usually put, I think it's 911 or it's
diesel fuel additive.
Yeah.
The other nice thing is here, so we're in Wisconsin, we've talked about that before. The fueling stations will start mixing premium diesel #1 in with diesel #2, and they will actually, as the semi is unloading, they will add a cold additive to help prevent gelling. And honestly, I used to drive a diesel vehicle.
So wait a minute.
You drive
What's
a diesel
gelling?
vehicle.
Maybe some of our subscribers don't know what we're talking about.
They might not know.
So in the winter, it gets cold, and what
actually does?
What happens with the fuel?
So diesel fuel has a much different blend than gas. Gas is extremely flammable. Not that diesel isn't, but as y'all know, gas vapor fumes are highly explosive. Gas doesn't. Well, we can't say never, but in the lower 48 states, gas doesn't generally freeze. Diesel thickens and goes from being very, I don't know if you could hear it when it was filling, very liquidy to becoming like a
gelatin.
Gelatin.
And I actually have had that happen in the Bobcat, and then they have to bleed out the line.
Yeah. And part of the problem is what I was mentioning about keep it at no lower than a half a tank is you get condensation in the tank, which adds water into the fuel. So what happens is the diesel fuel starts to gel, but those water crystals will freeze and your fuel lines will freeze. You'll get the gel in there, and then that will freeze with the crystallized water. It's a nightmare.
And you might get lucky, which is a product you can get it at any local gas station or farm implement.
Honestly, any of the larger our local farm and fleets or fleet farms have like the automotive areas. A lot of places
But
that
you
have automotive
might,
areas.
like, let's say it gels. I got lucky one time. I put 911 in it. It's an orange can,
Yep,
and
it's meant for that.
it cleared out the line. But a lot of times you don't get lucky. And so as it's like right now, because this fuel I bought at the gas station, it's not winterized. Every time you fill any of your pieces of equipment that take diesel,
Put an additive in there.
put the additive in.
And you'll start to see there'll be a little notice at the pump when you're pumping diesel where we are. If you're in an area where they do treat the fuel, they'll tell you, there'll be a little sticker that'll say it's winterized diesel, and that's what you need for the winter. But around where we are, they're so good about that. They do a great job. I drove and you drive a diesel truck. I drove a diesel vehicle for almost 20 years, and thankfully never had the issue.
Oh, you didn't. Yeah, good.
But I did what we were talking about, added some fuel additive. And it's literally like, you can get it, it's, going to be like a 1 quart jug, and you literally just add like a little capful to like a 5 gallon. So, I mean, you're not even dumping a lot in there.
No.
Because
But it'll save you a lot of time and money. Mm-hmm. So you want to do it.
It also actually adds like conditioners to help keep, your, what do they call them? Fuel injectors all healthy and clean to help them so they don't get like sooted up. And so it's actually a really great thing to do. But yeah, I don't recommend you keep it. Once she gets to half a tank, you guys fill them back up. That's the same thing for trucks and vehicles. It's just not good to run a diesel where we live in the northern parts of the lower 48 where we do actually experience winter.
Yeah, and
it's just not good for them.
And you're going to do it on a day. You have a lot of projects, and you need your piece of equipment, and you'll be spending a couple hours.
Now I drive a gas vehicle now, and I actually don't like it to get below a quarter of a tank either.
Yeah,
same concept this time of year, because today's a perfect example. This morning when we, sun comes up, it's in the upper 30s, lower 40s. It's going to get up to 60 in mid 60s today. There's that huge fluctuation between really cold and kind of pleasant. And you're going to get condensation again, same thing. So the other thing on this is in the fall, it's really important to change out your fuel filters in all your diesel equipment, because your fuel filter is there to catch and capture the water. You should have a couple of fuel filters. You should have one that's capturing the water, and then one that's capturing out any dirts and stuff. Change them out, get them ready for winter, because those can actually freeze.
Ooh.
Where you don't have problems in the fuel line, but your fuel filter, which is full of water, is frozen up.
Well, that's a great idea.
So a little bit of maintenance before true winter hits in can save you just an absolute headache.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome. No, thanks for the idea, Steph.
You know how I learned all that? I worked at a farm implement dealership. I paid attention.
You did.
You remember talking about that in our intro video?
I did.
If you're new here, check out our intro video. We talk a lot about our upbringing and background.
Yeah.
And that I paid attention.
You paid attention.
Because I didn't know anything about diesel.
Yeah.
And now I really like it. So
it's okay. Yeah, I think
it's safer than having a lot of gas equipment around a farm.
Yeah.
The whole fire hazard is a little bit reduced with diesel. And I mean, look what we got right here.
Right here, we got
flammable products.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Thanks you, everybody. If you do us a favor, hit all the buttons. Please subscribe.
It's free.
Yep, it's free. Hit the bell. The bell, it turns on notifications, and then they'll let you know when we drop new videos. And of course, the like button. Yeah. And if you got questions, leave them down below in the comments. We will do our best to answer them in future videos. So
thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.